Army sources have told India today that disengagement between India and China has completed at Patrol Point 15 in the Hot Springs sector. The Chinese troops have moved back by approximately 2 kilometers. Hot Springs is one area where both the sides have mobilized in the most aggressive manner since May this year, making this first disengagement step very crucial. Gaurav Samant is now joining us live from Delhi for the latest on this. Gaurav, would this be a reason to cheer for India or not yet, given the kind of trust deficit that exists with China? What is your sense?
Chaiti, it is a positive step that the Chinese, after Patrol Point 14, have retreated 2 kilometers from Patrol Point 15 or Hot Spring. There is some movement back. That's also noticed at 17 Alpha or Gogra Post, as it's known. But there is still very, very restricted, movement back from Finger 4 area in Pangong So. So while this entire gradual process of withdrawal or disengagement, so to say, disengagement has started. Patrol Point 14 first, 15 now, 17A it started. And some movement back from Finger 4 to Finger 8, but not yet complete withdrawal. There is still no reason to cheer because Chinese forces, and remember this is worded very carefully, there's only disengagement. There is no de-escalation in tension. Tempers remain high on either side and there is no de-induction. The real pullback would be if the Chinese forces that are amassed 2 kilometers from the line of actual control or in some of their depth areas withdraw to their peacetime location. That would mean that elements of their 6 mechanized forces, the 4 mechanized forces and the motorized division.
Right.
So they've got two divisions plus in these areas. If they retreat to their peacetime location, then real disengagement has happened. Otherwise the Chinese clearly cannot be trusted. They may pull back a couple of kilometers and then come again.
Absolutely. Gaurav, thanks so much for that perspective right there on those updates as well. Indian Army sources have confirmed that Chinese troops have pulled back at Patrol Point 15. Chinese troops have retreated by 2 kilometers in Gogra and the disengagement process is now complete at Patrol Point 15. India today has also accessed fresh satellite images proving that the Chinese pull back in Galwan River Valley. High-resolution images on your screens at the moment show China's People's Liberation Army and how they've pulled back at least 1 kilometer from the point of confrontation on 15th of June. On your screens right now are 2 images captured by Worldview 3 satellite firm Maxar Technologies. These images suggest that the Chinese had rebuilt roads that lead to Patrol Point 14. These roads have now been badly affected due to overflowing water in the Galwan River. In the new imagery, newly built roads are seen empty and no new construction work or human activity can be seen in the forward area. After the incident on 15th of June, the Chinese army had dramatically increased its presence near this point with dozens of camouflage tents and vehicles. As limited pullback is underway in eastern Ladakh, India is preparing for the long haul and Ladakh's local boys are getting ready to take on the Chinese challenge. They are Ladakh's newest soldiers, the Snow Warriors. India Today's Abhishek Bhalla with this report.
These young men are called sons of the soil and are well aware of the treacherous mountainous terrain of Ladakh. Polite but gentle, these are also ferocious warriors who can take on the enemy in high altitude areas, and as of now many of them are in forward areas at the line of actual control amid the ongoing tussle between the Indian and the Chinese armies. This is a real-time battle scenario for these young cadets who will soon be recruited into the Ladakh Scouts. We can see, that this place represents what exactly happens in a battlefield, the challenges that these young men will face once they are part of the Indian Army and are serving in this treacherous terrain. These are young cadets of Ladakh Scouts who very soon will be part of the Indian Army. Another group of 120 is likely to be joining the Indian Army this September. And the way things are happening at the line of actual control and amid this escalated face-off with China, in all likelihood, these young men will be in forward areas taking on the Chinese army. As of now, many of these young recruits who are already part of Ladakh Scouts are in forward areas facing the Chinese aggression, and if this continues for long, as is being expected that this could be a long haul and it might go well into the winter, then these young men who will join by September will be at forward areas in peak winter taking on the enemy. This is the final assault that is part of this drill that is being done as part of training for these young recruits of Ladakh Scouts. They are supposed to capture that bunker with the red flag, and it is clearly visible how the assault party is moving towards its final mission. And this is exactly how things happen during a battle. The army always trains its young recruits for conventional warfare, and in wake of the current situation at the line of actual control, these kind of drills and training exercises are extremely important. This gives a clear idea of how treacherous this mountainous terrain is. It's extremely hostile, and that's what makes these young men very, very crucial, because they are well acquainted with this terrain and they can fight in this hostile terrain because they are the sons of the soil. And in time to come, they will actually be facing the enemy in forward areas in circumstances very, very similar to these. In time to come, they will soon be facing the enemy. As of now, many are already recruited and are part of the Indian Army in forward areas, and very soon these young men will join them too. With camera person Satya and Bakir Cho in Leh, Abhishek Bhalla for India Today.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.